Hey, Ethan, Dublin here from Dublin AK Systems. Today we're looking at the Ratchet charging system here for the AK-47. One thing I want to cover is it doesn't require any gunsmithing to put on your gun, and it completely drops in, and it's not permanent. You can take it off or put it back on anytime, switch out your old gas tube if you really want, and it's just a really good all-around part. We're going to put it through its paces today. We're going to do a little bit of different stuff with it, and so enjoy. One thing I really want to cover and stress in this is just how safe this modification makes this rifle. Usually on ranges and stuff, you have to have either your chamber open or you have to have a chamber flag inserted in there. This, which is not on any other AK-47, you actually have a chamber lock now, so you can actually leave your chamber right open for a range safety officer to see. Or another thing you can do is, if you decide to cut off your pre-existing charging handle like I did on this rifle, you can actually engage the safety and chamber around. You usually can't do that because that charging handle gets right in the way. So you can actually put it in the lock position, put it in, put a nice mag in there, put your safety on, and chamber around. Another thing I really want to cover here is I've heard a lot of people say, wow, isn't that going to lose a lot of gas with that opening on the gas tube there? And the truth is, it's not. The AK-47, it's impulse action. So when the gas operates onto the piston here, it's just really fast. You're not going to lose gas because right when it acts on it, it's driving that piston back. You don't need a special muzzle attachment to save gas or anything. Hey, we're going to go through a heat test here now just to see how it heats up. We're going to put 120 rounds through it just to get a good idea of how hot this gets. But again, it doesn't really get that hot just because we actually have an insulation sleeve here on the piston. We'll go ahead and show you now. And that's it. As you can see, it's really not that hot. I can keep my hand right on this, pressed up against it. Actually, my barrel is a lot hotter. But as you can see, this gas tube right here, very, very cold actually. I can actually leave my hand right on here. You can actually see my barrel's actually starting to blister from the Duracoat here. But this gas tube, really cold compared to everything else on the rifle. It's actually due to this sleeve. This sleeve is made out of 4140 steel. Along with the charging handle here, I can keep operating that as much as I want. But that barrel is really hot right now. I don't even dare touch that. But this right here, it's never going to fail you, no matter what. Because just the way it rides on that, it's going to stay nice and cold. I actually think my handguard here is actually starting to melt a little bit, just because of that 120 rounds. As you can see, it's blistering up here. It's very, very hot. But the tube, nice and cold. The charging handle, I can leave my hand on this all day. It's not hot at all. It's actually just slightly warm. I'm not getting burned at all right now. Very, very nice. Compared to everything else is actually blistering. And as you can see, that's the Duracoat right there, that finish.